let's do this. Another day, another opportunity for fun. What do we got here? Alerts, more bunnies, and of course, if I check stocks, animals, Shift B, that's still broke. Oh well. That's fine there. Alright, where did we leave off? F4. Getting ready for our furniture decorating. Got it. We're still converting stone out and getting that cleaned up. Still waiting on some rock thrones. Okay. We're getting there. And that's at least 30 tables, so... Alright, dig, dig, dig. We had a crash last time. I'm assuming that's why we're a little bit behind here. We should be actually setting up our decorating chain, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, so again, looking at our clothing stockpile. Oh yeah, I knew I forgot something. Twitch. You guys cannot see chat. Gotta get that sorted out. Pop out. Get that closed. Get that over. Whoa, too big. Okay, there we are. That should be coming up here in a second. Alrighty. There we go. You guys can see it now. A little worried there. Alrighty, you guys are done with that room. Alright, so pile furniture. This will be our decorated stuff. This is the ultimate destination. Except from piles only, settings. We actually can leave that vanilla because we're okay with that. It's our source furniture that's the one we gotta make sure we tweak. No. P, T, enable, forbid all, and we want just doors, beds, traction benches, thrones, tables, coffins, statues, slabs, armor racks, weapon racks, cabinets, boxes and bags. Yeah, no, we don't need boxes and bags. Alright, we're good there. And other materials, we do not want any leather, silk, or yarn. And we don't care if they're artifacts or not. We can decorate artifacts, we don't care. Okay, let's get some furniture here to work with. Alright. Now the gems. E. We need raw gems here. Like so. Build workshop jeweler. Put a jeweler in between. Sure, we'll make it out of rock salt. Alright, and then PE. We'll need the finished gems to go here. 1, 2, 4. Like so. Q, and we'll adjust this one for raw. Rough gems. Don't care about glass. Settings, and then we want cut gems. There we go. And again, we don't care where those come from, so we're good there. Build workshop jeweler. This will be the guy that's going to decorate the furniture. I'll make you out of something nice. There we go. Alright, then pile. We'll need this here for bones. Settings, disable. Enable. Forbid. We want, permit shells, teeth. We don't want hair or wool. but the rest can stay. So that'll get us bones that we can decorate with, and then we just build workshop R. Here's our final workshop. And we'll make that featherwood logs there. Alrighty, unpause, we'll get them building. So, again, earliest, the objective is we'll have furniture starting here. We'll have raw gems here. We'll have cut gems here. This guy is going to be assigned to take stuff from this work pile and this work pile, and when he's done, he's going to put it in this one. Then, if we're idle, our bone decorator will come through and decorate bone furniture periodically. And it's not quite as overly repetitious as gems, because I think bones are just considered bones. I don't think they go with various types of bones, but we'll find out. Alright, so to set that up, here's your workshop. Here's your stockpile. You're going to G for give, and you give it to this workshop. Same with the gems. You don't have to technically do this. They'll grab gems from anywhere, so you may or may not want to do that. Now, the work pile over here, we want a T for take, or a take from this one. So now we've got that little chain. We're going to go from this pile to here to here. We got bones piling up here. We can do the same thing on this. We can go to this stockpile as well, and we can say give to the bone workshop, and we can also take from said workshop. But if you do that, you also have to come to this one and give to that workshop, because they need to have, once you start doing custom stockpiles like that, they need all the ingredients that they're going to need. In fact, now that I remember that, maybe that's why I always do this. Give to that one there. Who knows? I can't remember everything. I'd like to, but I can't. Alright, let's get some gem cutting jobs. We want to find our C, R, add C. Oh. Yeah, that one. C, oops. Add C, R. C, R, add C, R, add C, R, add C, R. C. Well, we don't want to cut rock salt. It's good for skilling up, but we should have enough gems rolling in here, or that shouldn't be an issue. Okay, we're going to give it some time so it can fill up that stockpile. Once that stockpile's filled, ooh yeah, no bins. No bins. I do not want bins. I want it very flat, so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, our cloth pile is done. Pause. P is H, right? We'll put that right about yeah. And there. Build C, track stop, dump south. Build that here. Make it out of got logs, don't care. Hauling. Come up here where our track stop's going to be. Route. Name. Cloth 1. Stop. Clear that out. Take from this one, give to that one, toggle that, come back up and remind ourselves what exactly we're going to take. Enable cloth. Done. Give it a vehicle. Move on with our day. PX, we can get rid of our temporary cloth stockpile that we had there. Do 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 do. Build door. Put a door right here. We just need one door. And then we can also go build C wall. Box select hollow. And we can do that just to clean up our wall. So any gaps, it'll fill in. There. Now the question is are our jewel crafters going to get focused on that? And it looks like he's off and running, so we're okay so far. Yeah, it's I'm a married old guy. I mean, I don't have enough time to really just sit down and allocate. The only time I really get to play or do much is in the winter. But now that we've hit 1,000 subscribers, I've got a little more incentive now to kind of try to get a fixed schedule. So I'm going to be trying to work around and try to allocate some solid time for you guys. Again, if anything, it would probably be 4 p.m. Central Time to about 6 p.m. Central Time. U.S. Central Time, that is, too. I think Siberia has a Central Time, but GMT 6, I think, with Daylight Savings Time observed. So, yeah, I am trying to work on getting a fixed schedule for you guys. What I'm likely going to do is I'm going to rotate weekly on what game I'm playing. That way I think that'll be the safest way that I don't get burnt out, is do like a week of Dwarf Fortress, do a week of Minecraft, do a week of a Metroidvania, do a week of that Batman Arkham game that I've had for ages that I've never played. That kind of a thing. And then I might, I do get some free time late in the evening, like 8 or 9-ish sometimes, depending on what's on TV or what's going on in the house. And that's usually when I sneak in my League of Legends games, so I might be able to stream those. It depends on how chatty Cathy my friends are. It's like, yeah, I don't know if you guys want to be chatting about that on a live stream kind of a thing. Alright, we've got our big storage area here. Let's go T-Custom, disable, enable. We're going to have everything up here except for the stuff we want decorated. So no doors, no beds, no mechanisms. We already have those. No traction benches, thrones, tables, coffins, statues, slabs. Querns and millstones are fine. No armor, weapon racks, no cabinets. All that excess crap can get stored up here. We're not too concerned. And we don't want any artifacts. Anything we want artifacts stored somewhere very specifically. Yeah, we'll put ammo in there. We'll put, we don't want bars, coins, sure. No gems, finished goods. Yes, except, well, yeah, no. We don't want musical instruments, goblets, toys. We don't want figurines, amulets, scepters, crowns, rings, earrings, bracelets, large gems, totems. Everything else can stay, because that stuff really is stuff we want to trade away anyway. And again, no artifacts. Weapon and trap components, sure. And since I'm not keen on trading away that stuff, I'm not too terribly worried. And armor. There we go. That will do. And let's see here, refuse. Is there any refuse I want to store up there? No. Animals we can put up there as well. There. And let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. There. Bulk storage for everybody! Yay! Which unfortunately is going to sink me in up to my eyeballs in nothing but hauling jobs. Here comes everybody. But that'll have to do. And up here we can have bins and all that stuff as well. We don't need barrels. Let's save those for food. Alrighty, we're getting there. Next task at hand. Once they settle down from all their hauling jobs, we'll get back on getting our stone cleared out. I'm still a little concerned why my lumberjack is not really doing a lot of lumberjacking. That strikes me as a problem, and we're out of above ground crops, it would appear. That is a bummer. But hopefully this is enough where we can get our trade depot consistently cleaned out. How are we doing on those grates? I think those grates might be done. Build. 4 grate, yep. Let's get this taken care of so people aren't falling to their deaths. Ooh, there goes one, there goes one, there goes one, there goes one. Short a couple floor gates. Yeah, there's not much I can do for the Scandinavian crowd. Well, Germany at that too. India I can catch oddly, but Europe in general is definitely a difficult crowd to cater to. The timing just does not work. Alright, let's clean up this storage since we got our bulk storage down there. Disable. Actually, at this point I can just remove this. PX. There. That'll get rid of that. Oh, that is a lot of hauling jobs. Alright. Wooden shields we're at 12. That's good. Silver warhammers we're still chipping away at. And no leather working moving. That makes me wonder if I've got a leather worker at all. Alright. Crafters. Leather working. I have no leather workers. Alright, I got a carpenter. That's odd, there's no mason listed either. Right, I'm grabbing a commoner. Customize, crafter. Here, mason. Grabbing another commoner. Customize, crafter. Leatherworking. There. So that ought to help that along just a tad. No bins. Forgot about that. No bins there, no bins there. We do not want bins in our quantum stockpile. You could technically... What is that state of the... What is the state of the union? Oh, what is this? So far so good. So, hi Noran. What do we got here? Alert. Seeking in. Oh, the Greek just had a kid. Who knew? Maker of fine togas. Okay. Let's clean up this hallway just a tad. I'll come here. We're just going to dig that clean out. Alright, that is a lot of crossbows. Probably going to need some bins. Oh, there's the leatherworking finally starting to move along. Let's get our Let's get our tailor shop up and running. Build, workshop. We need O for a loom. Do 3 looms down here, and let's do a trio of clothes shop up here. And just for the sake of having one, let's get a dyer shop. There. We need more of this stone moving, and we're not moving it fast enough. So, sort by race. Everybody gets masonry. So there should be very few people idle at this point. That should give us more than enough people actually using up stone rather than just doing it. Did you disable auto looming? No, I turned it back on. I only disable auto looming until I get the hospital, so it will stock the hospital with thread. Once I know the hospital stocked with thread, then I turn auto looming back on. Just as a precaution. Alrighty, now jewelry process is working a little bit. Looks like we got a stockpile to work with here. What do we got? It looks like world cut tube, brown jasper, tube, sard. Alright, sard time. So we're going to come down to our jewelry, get our decorating flow going. We're going to find sard and the magical EFR. Only do one gem at a time. You can decorate a single piece of furniture over and over and over again with different gems. So if you queue up more than one gem type, you're going to get that one piece decorated several times, which if you want that, great. But if you just want to get one decoration on the item to get it out of the way, just do them one at a time. And then when you run out, it'll cancel and then you can move on. Because you'll notice he's decorated 2 pieces of furniture, but they haven't made it to the left stockpile yet. Because we still need to wait for somebody with furniture hauling to pull it out of the workshop. So that's kind of a problem. We need somebody to take it out of there. You'll go grab another one. We'll start getting some tables moving. Life should be good. Our bulk storage is looking good. We've cleaned up our hallway. Let's get, because we know we have our waterway down here, let's get a prison right in here somewhere. Well, 3x3 rooms. I've never needed more than 6 prison rooms at a time. Put a little central office right in here. Like, yeah, that'll do. And I like to put wells in my prison rooms because the prisoner themselves can get water if they need it. Or if you want to role play it up, think of it as a toilet. What has the union accomplished? Not a lot. So far we're keeping everybody fed and ooh, drinks are getting low. Never repeat. But we did lose 5 of our sister cities from the mountain home. So there's a fighting going on. Go. We'll get this extended into our waterway. Go. Alrighty. And since this is the rock room, let's get rock. I like instruments just because they're easy to identify, but you know what, let's go with toys. Toys, toys, and more toys. And then for this, let's get some more statues. Repeat. There we go. Just to try to use up some of this rock. Toys and rock. You know what? Let's just bulk make nest boxes. Why not? You can always trade away the extras. Let's see here. Rock. And we'll make a few hives. Add rock. Crafts. Why not? Whatever we can use. Let's just make sure we have finished goods for bid. Let's go with goblets, musical instruments, toys, figurines, amulets, scepters, crowns, rings, earrings, bracelet, large gems, totems, and no artifact. We will do likewise in this pile. Settings. Enable, tablets, musical instruments, toys, figurines, amulets, such as crowns, rings, bracelets there. And totems. No artifacts. There. And then of course that all gets marked for auto trade. Everybody's happy. Well, it beats having to sit and rep your player-owned station in Eve for 2.5 hours after some people decide to try to bash it. Ooh, this guy's almost dead. Really hoping my booze situation here gets sorted out. Oh, I know what I need. Q. Wheelbarrow. Give me 10 of those. Just so they're there. I completely forgot about that. And I have absolutely no farmers doing any farming. I have no plump helmets. Which is, again, baffling to me, how I could not have any plump helmet seeds. Stocks. Seeds. That is a lot of seeds. Sweet pot, artichoke, pomegranate. Plant this stuff, people. But oddly, no plump helmets, and I bought like a crap load of them, unless they're all still stuck in the trade depot. Let's get some bins. Jam, Q, copper bins, not cabinets, and just one Q. Let's go to 10. Just so we make sure we keep him busy. Alrighty. We're at war with at least 2 different factions as far as I can tell, but I should be able to go to, what is it, C? The sweetness of flight, depending now. Those weren't either the names that were listed. So I'm guessing goblins. At least we're not at war with the elves. Yet. Mr. Bobo, where did you send them? I can tell you where they're not. Safe. Alright, what do we got here? Packing order. Alright, so we have 2 pieces of decorated furniture there now. So we can either send a bed in, for instance, to upgrade our mayor's place, which we might just do here. Build bed. Or I could throw it in the... Actually, you know what? Let's throw it in the dormitory. Okay, leather worker is actually leather working, meaning doing his leather thing. What you doing? Do my thing. Let me do my thing. Bone. Decorate with bone. Decorate bone. Because we got 2 pieces. Well, we got 1 piece of furniture in there, but whatever. Somebody with bone working should get in there. Ah, crap. Meng era. Commoner withdraws from society. Please be an artifact door. Please be an artifact door. Or an artifact hatch. Artifact door. Hatch. Door. Hatch. Door. Come on. Brush my teeth, but be warned every time you do Dave Cratchit, you might want to say, okay, hold on then. Or you go brush your teeth. And we're back in. Alright, you can go brush your teeth now. What I should have done is I should have had him brush his teeth, left the client closed while he brushed his teeth. When he's done, then fire the client back up. Assuming that, in fact, him brushing his teeth actually causes the client to crash. Well, whatever workshop he took, he already started. Okay. Am I the only one that remembers something about, oh, I don't know, pausing? Alright, let's get our LV, let's get our chains in here. There we go. Build L, get some wells. And I'll throw some doors. Planning mode, and I want my doors decorated. Reason is, if I got somebody in there, I want the jail cell to be as nice as possible so they don't come out as crabby as they could if it was a miserable place. Now, if I was sending them in there to die, that'd be one thing. Yay! Our office is complete with chairs. Let's get, who's our noble? The Honorable Astral blah blah blah. Chief Medical Dwarf. What do you mean you're required? What do you need now? Dining room. Broker. Dining room. Oh, that's because you're the same dude. Alright, well, let's give you this chair. Assign the Honorable. And let's get our, who is Udib? Customize name Honorable. Just so we know whether you're a politician, more or less. That's ATI. The Honorable ATI versus the Honorable NVIDIA. There. And now I can get rid of those crappy desks sitting down here in the animal filth. There. That ought to make him happy. And now you just need a dining hall, which we are slowly working towards. And that is one heck of a dining hall. Add. Let's go with DFR. Use that up. Just start plowing through, getting as much of this taken care of as we can. Build L. We can get our 2 wells capped here. Get this one capped over here. Build L, and we'll get our well here. There. Booze is back on the rise. This is good. Wow, a rock salt ring. Really? Oh, that is so awesome. Let's, you know what? I'm going to do something for this. This gives me an idea on what to do. Let's go T. Disable, 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 disable. Disable, disable. Actually, enable, enable. And enable. But the only thing we're going to allow is artifacts. If it's an artifact, it will go in our dining hall. Alright, nope, forbid, forbid. Artifact, artifact. Forbid, forbid, and artifact, artifact, armor. Oops, forbid, forbid, artifact, artifact. That's what we'll use this gap for. so all the peasantry can stare at our great and awesome artifact work. No bins, no barrels. There we go. That ought to do. Hello, chat and in grad. Medikai. What is that, Medikai? Found your YouTube Paper 1 videos at the beginning of January because I want to get back in the game. You've been enjoying watching your videos and haven't learned a lot. Awesome. Meet Mr. Popo. We do not talk about training with Popo. We do not talk about training with Popo. Back in order. Alright, I need some beds in the prison. We are going to go with decorated beds, though. There we are. We go bed, 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 bed. Alrighty. So that'll give us some opportunities there. Q, room, justice. Room, justice. Room for great justice. Justice. Room, justice. Room, justice. There we go. AT, disable, disable, disable. Animals, we're going to block all, and we just want... Actually, you know what? No, let's do permit all, but we don't want empty cages. This is where we'll hold prisoners for now. What we'll do is we're going to put the forbid all UJ, we'll put the empty ones up here. And then we can dump those out, that whole category, out of the main stockpile. There. So now we got our little prison. Splints and crutches are okay. Bags, okay, that's okay, fine. Let's get this smoothed out. Get the SWAT team moving. Mobilize! I could have sworn I turned off bins on this. Yes, I did. It's just a matter of pulling those out. Fair enough. Okay, we've got a decorated table, decorated armor. Okay. Did we get through the... Oh, we did, alright. EFR. We just have to keep tabs on that. I really, really wish we could get an option just to pick the number of times to decorate something. Just so we can prevent from over-decorating things. That'd make life so much easier. Getting dry. Not since when I was teaching I had to talk this much. Woofda. I'm certainly never going to be a Tony Robbins, that's for sure. I don't think I can actually talk that much. Alright, how are we doing up here? Upstairs, looking good. Although I'm confused why there's a pot-bellied pig and what appears to be some kind of badger wandering around. It's got to be somebody's pet. Let's see here, make sure. Kitten, puppy. Oh wait, I guess we don't have you in a stray horse. Happy sow. I wonder when you guys snuck in. Well, we'll get them tossed down there. No problem. Leather quivers are done. Okay, so our leather working is moving along. Let me check here now that the Dwarven Therapist fired up here real quick and see who's missing what. And our soldiers. Backpacks, leather shield, ammunition. Backpack, leather shield, ammunition. Backpack, leather shield, ammunition. Okay. I'm hoping we're saving. Yep, we're saving. Whew. I taught PC LAN first year students for basically getting things like your A+ certification, things like that at a Votech college. My dad is a art teacher, so I apparently have that tendency to teach. So, yep, nope, I just help people get their A+ certs and your MCSEs back in the day and your intro stuff for CCNA. And if you ever had trouble with memorizing your networking layers and stuff, just remember, please do not tip strippers poorly again. That works out quite well. It's memorable and shocking, but it works. Please do not tip strippers poorly again. I wish I had credit for that one. That was actually one of my students. You could PG it up and say, please do not tip servers poorly again, but face it, you're going to remember that one, so. Ooh, beer. Oh. I got a whole fridge full of Blue Moon, but I never get around to drinking it. I'm one of those people, I got to drink like 5 beers in order to stay awake, but if I drink 1 beer, out like a light. I got to get over the hump. That's the key thing, got to get over the hump. If I'm not over the hump, it's going to be... Alrighty here. Alright, we're getting some awesome nest boxes out of this guy now. Good. Let's throw as many down as we can. Holy! He has been really busy. What am I doing? 40. Wow. Okay. Well, we better double check all of our jobs and make sure we don't have any more nest boxes queued up. That is comical at the very least. I used to drink a lot of Black and Tans. That was Guinness and usually Newcastle or Bass, depending on where you were at in the country. Yep, Mr. Popo. An obscure, non-important character that Team 4-Star made actually interesting. I'm assuming he's probably a little bit more interesting in the manga, but I can't take manga. I've tried so hard. I tried going through Guyver and just a whole bunch of others, and I tried picking up on the Macross, and I just can't do it. The cultural divide is too much. I want to slap half of the characters. Of course, that's me watching. I'm trying really hard to love The Walking Dead, but these people are just so damn stupid. I don't get it. Especially the fact they're in North America and they can't find food. They walk by a swamp that's got like 800 cattails, and you can eat cattail roots, and they're fine. They taste like a salad. I'm starving. The Walking Dead confirms one thing. Vegans would survive. Without any they probably wouldn't even notice. What? There's an apocalypse happening? Who knew? The walkers aren't eating my arugula. I don't get it. I just don't. And why the hell in the middle of summer would you head south? Canadians are sitting up there in Quebec going, hey, our kids, you know what they do? It gets about down to about 15 below. We give them a hammer. They go out and they smash walkers in the evening. It's good fun. You should come with us. We go sledding. We hook up the horse. We get a sleigh going. Father Christmas is going. You know, we walk around. We're going to smash some undead. I don't get it. I don't. Right, here's my zombie apocalypse plan. I'm going to Alaska. Because when it's 20 degrees out, the water and the zombies are going to freeze and they're going to be a popsicle. And then you can just wander around aimlessly with a big sledgehammer and have a jolly good time. You know, man, I don't get it. I just don't get it. People resorting to cannibalism, really? Is lettuce that offensive to you? I mean, we see them at the prison and they're planting crops there and the crops seem to be doing just fine. What are the guys at, what's that place called? The place where they're all cannibals. I forgot the name of the place. But what? You couldn't plant some tomatoes? Really? Couldn't have just grabbed a bucket, thrown some dirt into it, plopped some tomatoes in there, and grown them by the acre? I don't get it. It's The Walking Dead, where the dumbest people on Earth somehow survived. Oh man, that show just gets on my nerves. I try to watch it. I've watched almost every episode, and every episode the wife wants to strangle and beat the living crap out of me because I can't keep my mouth shut on how freaking stupid Rick Grimes is. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Anyway, what are you gonna do? I watched a lot of anime growing up until the second Ninja Scroll film, which the birth scene weirded me out so much. God bless Japan, their leading export is WTF, but that was my limit. That was my limit. I'm like, I'm done. I've had my fill of WTF. Once in a while, I'll get a Princess Mononoke kind of. But then they get too emotional, and there's not enough action, and it's like, oh, great, it's high art. Could I just get something like the Guyver was? It's just kind of just generic fun. I don't need to be inspired. I don't need the animated version of fried green tomatoes. I don't need Shakespeare redone. I don't need a retelling of The Tempest. Just some good old-fashioned fun. No. Yeah, boy, Japan is really a crazy place. Of course, crazy's relative. I mean, think about it this way, especially if you're in the States. As crazy as Japan is, how many seasons did the Jersey Shore get? Joan Rivers and her daughter did how many seasons of Fashion Police, or whatever the hell it's called? I don't know if Japan is really as crazy as we think it is when you start putting things like that into context. Now, when you get both types of crazy mixed together, yeah, you take Takashi's Castle, you mix in American crazy with Japanese crazy, oh yeah, you know, Guy Ledouche. I'm so happy to be here. No, you're not. Yeah, I think Robotech was good, and we used to have a drinking game on how many times Min-Mei should have died. Yeah, those were dark days. I don't remember much. Must have been fun. Min-Mei. Oh. Just wanted her to die in every episode. We're like, come on, come on, come on, come on. No. You gotta remember that was before the internet, so we couldn't, really look ahead on what was happening. Next episode would come out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. No. We were hoping they'd shift the love triangle to like Max Sterling so then Miria could just like snap her neck and be done with it, but no. I did like how they weaved in Mesopedia and the Invid into that whole thing. That was kind of that was actually pretty clever. But really, the Lancer thing, you can't tell me we weren't progressive back then. Born in Chaos. Yeah, that's, for the most part, I haven't watched an actual TV show on TV since about 6 months before I got married, so that's been 12 years, something like that. Yeah, about 12 years. Once in a while I load up on a show on like Netflix or something. We just got done watching Arrow Season 1 and Season 2, which is a great concept for a show. It's just they have really bad writers for their dialogue. It was, at times, hard to watch. Ooh, hard to watch. But, you know, not every show is perfect. I made it through Smallville. I thought Smallville was on par good. But I'd say that they had more bad episodes than good episodes, but the good episodes carried the show enough. And I think like shows like Arrow to a degree are like that. But again, back to The Walking Dead. Damn, those are some stupid people. Dumb. I mean, think of it this way, right? Imagine your favorite city where that you live nearby. In my case, Minneapolis, St. Paul. At most, maybe, what, 2 million people? At most? I think the Twin Cities, I think, is only about 330,000. My local gas station has enough ammunition to take out every single person in the Twin Cities and still have leftover to go practice shooting. And you're telling me that Rick Grimes couldn't have just sat on top of your local Cabela's and picked off every single walker within a 200-mile radius on a weekend? They don't have meat radar. I mean, good God. Ah. Top Gear? Yeah, it's, you know, if I was a car guy, I'm not much of a gearhead, though. Once in a while I like watching it. I like the technology behind it, but the driving part of it pretty much bores the hell out of me because I used to have a 45-minute commute to work. It's like the last thing I ever want to do is drive for fun. But the technology, I do get. Alright. How are we doing on our rock absolving here? We're getting there. And we got a good stockpile of gems. What do we got here? Wax opal. Okay, so we can really start hammering on the browns. Add. Brown Jasper. EFR. There we go. And we got 2 artifacts chilling in our dining hall area. And we can do a trick here, if this works, if I remember right. Alt, nope, too far. Alt A, input item. Oh wait, no, wrong one, I want item 2. Input item. Table. So now, you should decorate all the tables first. Yeah, well, every culture's got their particular set of taboos, and no one taboo is any more right than any other. I mean, it's just that's how cultures differentiate themselves. Otherwise, we'd all be a bunch of Lathe Heaven gray people with chips in our heads that kill us. But yeah, I mean, you're gonna have one culture that's gonna look at violence considerably more differently than sexuality. You'll have another one that will think tall people are attractive and short people are ugly, and vice versa. I mean, it's just the way people are. It's not like any one person's particular preference is any more right or wrong. So, but they got some weird stuff over there. Just weird. But part of it also is that because of the language barrier, you lose the context to it as well. But man, there is some just. Again, a good one is Demon City Shinjuku. I think I pronounced that right. That's got a lot of weird, twisted stuff in it too. But it's much more identifiable across borders than a lot of other anime. too. Some of it's just berserk. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I don't get it. I'm trying, but I don't. From out there, I heard a sound like a clicking hard drive, and I'm like, I have no mechanical hard drives in my office. They're all on my server. Alrighty. Let's see here. Idlers, 7 or 8. Population of 60. That's not too bad. It's about 10%. They're running out of work to do. Good. How are we doing on our rock cleanup down here? Even better. Alrighty, let's see if we can find, where do we want to go down? We need to get down and start doing some lava exploration. So, where do we want to sneak that in? I have this area walled off for a reason, because that leaves me above there. The hell are those? Okay, what are you? Naked mole dog. That looks pretty, that sounds pretty easy to kill. And there's our pit. Wow. Holy crap, we really got far down. That's all 3 cave levels, I think. Alright, so let's reopen this back up. And what we'll do here is we'll go dig. J. These are all eyes, like so. And we'll come back up here. EN. Unseal the cave entrance, and we will head down there and see if we can find us some lava. So, would you be willing to give us an overview of the fort, the future, the plans for it? Okay, yeah, sure, I can do. Okay, so we are on a split biome, untamed wilds on one side, technically, and then I think this is, I forgot what it is. It's the medium nice biome. And rather than using the trap tunnel, we've got an above ground fort that we're going to try to just fight it out. Yeah, we don't care about you hippie elves. I don't think you really got anything that I'd want, but let's see if we can get a broker up there real quick before they leave. We are going for the clowns. We want the clowns. We want to go visit the circus. So we are going to eventually army up here and try to get to the circus and have some fun. We want to eat cotton candy. Wilderness. Something like that. I think this side's Untamed Wilds, though. The hell is that? Well, if it's a man, then it's... Oops, down one. Giant jumping spider. So we are either Wilderness or Untamed Wilds on that. So that's basically our objective, is we want to get a play session down there so we can at least give people an idea of what the circus is going to be like. And my diggers don't want to be digging. What? Add PFR. Alright, let's get them situated back to nothing but digging. Miners. Wait, come here. No, come here. Okay. Oh, see, now I got the you don't want to select anything glitch. Alrighty, UL miner. That's going to take a long time. No. Alright, hold on. We will refile that up. Utilities. Drop in therapist. Miners again. There, I can select things again. Clear all laborers. And dig. Close Dwarf and therapist. And more migrants, which means more bedrooms. Yeah. What's circus? Cotton candy? Yes. If you dig down enough, there's a magical circus that's full of clowns, and they give you cotton candy. Yep, you go down there, and they're waiting for you. And I've heard that down there the magic is so powerful that everybody floats. They all float down there. Everybody floats. It's a wonderful place to be, Georgie. Don't you want to float? Do 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 do. Alrighty, what have we got here? 2 turntables and a microphone. Where are we at? Fishery was... Oh wow, somebody finally got around to that, huh? That's been one of the migrants. In fact, I'm gonna let them escape. Save. Now the migrants have filtered in. Oh, you're always going to have cultures. I cannot talk today. Anyways, you're always going to have cultural conflict, and at some point you're going to end up having a certain percentage of your culture wanting to go to war. If anything, it's Darwin playing dice on keeping populations down. The grimmest aspect of it. Well, but the number one reason for war is natural resources. It's always been that way. It's never been ideology. It has always been resources or the acquisition of wealth. One of those two things. It's just those that would use war like to use anything they can to try to justify it. That is the key. Build G4, great. Ooh, I have another well I gotta build. Ah! What? I'm actually out of buckets. Oh. Huge bucket. And let's make it out of copper. Why not? Copper bucket. Give me 5, just so we have a few spares. Yay! People farming and doing stuff and things. Can't go wrong. Oh, I still have more nest. I gotta find that nest box job. It's around here somewhere. This is getting out of control. Come on. There it is. Yeah, let's just get that nest box thing out of the way. That'd be great. Alrighty, let's get our... see if we can get a few more things taken care of here. Why is there oh yeah, I did want statues decorated. I don't want statues actually decorated. Not right now. Alrighty. I mean, think of it this way. If you took the first 60,000 years of human history that we have on record prior to the 20th century, we have actually fought less wars in the 20th century than prior to that as a count of nations. So we're a lot more peaceful than we used to be. It's just that there's better advertising for the results. England fought a 100-year war. Hell, there was a war of roses over who's... I mean, two houses there. I mean, you got the Byzantines, you got the Moorish invasion. No, we're much better behaved than we used to be. Even in light of recent events. We are still better. Remember the 5th of November. Which was not about a guy trying to rebel against, I mean, he was trying to put in, what was it, the Catholics? I think he wanted the Catholics to, you know, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've had to do European history. And I'm in the States, so it's like a chapter about that big. Did have the advantages in private school, though. Then it was like 6 books, but yeah, American public education. What a shithole. It's because we don't have enough money. No, it's because you don't have anybody that teaches. You memorize shit for a living. The difference going from private school and public school, the entire concept of education is different. In private school, you were taught how to learn and how to apply what you learned. Public school, when I went there for high school, it was just memorizing shit day in and day out. When was Pablo Picasso born? Okay. Let's say you memorize when Pablo Picasso was born, and that's your little test item, but there's no context. What was going on when he was born? What were the cultural norms? What challenges did he face in his art? What were the consequences of his art? All that kind of crap. I just don't get it. Is there a place where I can find your Embark profile? Yes. And I think it's in the link is in the old, my first Dwarf Fortress Theory, the 3rd episode, I think. But it is there. And it also might be on Reddit. I think I posted it on Reddit too. You could probably search for it there. If not, I'll get it thrown out on Reddit because Reddit remembers everything. But yeah, my Embark profile is pretty Spartan, and it has 4 of each of the birds. I use eggs as an emergency food source, and then ultimately for meat and stuff like that. The idea with the Embark, by the way, is you get enough birds and chicks going that when you turn auto butcher on, or you start butchering them in general, you can't keep up with the butcher orders. So you're always having that source of leather and meat coming in, and those materials for cooking. So that's the idea, is you're counting on the chick explosion. And there's also some bunnies in there too. So we're waiting on our bunny population to get just a little bit bigger. But there's a global cap now on the number of young. So once you get up in like your 2nd year or 3rd year and auto butcher works, just turn it on, because you're capped already anyway. So alright, how did our cave exploration go? Alright, now we can do this cool thing, which is DH. We can channel this out. Oops. Actually put a floor in there. Actually, you know what? We don't need to do that. Alright, let's go down. And we got space. Let's measure this out here. Nope, gotta go up a little bit. Down. Still gotta go up this way. You still in the clear? I think we are. Okay, and then I. Let's see how far down we can get here. no, it's when I went to college, I was actually going for theology and ancient Chinese history. You can thank Koei for that. I played a lot of Romance of the Three Kingdoms when I was a kid. Oh, well, a fair amount of Nabunga's Ambition. But mostly Romance of the Three Kingdoms. So I ended up reading that in junior high, and that is not an easy read. And I still don't know what the Chinese obsession with earlobes are. I really don't. But yeah, so I was thinking, yeah, I was going to go back in there. I was going to go and kind of focus on Wei Kingdom history and stuff like that. And then I slowly started to switch my major, and I was going to go in for World War II history, the Pacific Theater. Again, part of that probably stems from playing way too many Koei strategy games. And then I got drafted into IT stuff. Yeah, I was never intended to go to school really for computers. I liked computers, I liked playing video games, but never really wanted to be formally trained in it. And then again, I got sucked into it anyway because I was the only person that could fix the computer. How I knew that, I don't know. I'll tell you a great story while I'm finishing this up about my first computer. It's a great story. So my mom got me a computer, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I was like, okay, I'm looking through the book, and I'm trying commands, and I actually F-disked the computer. Now, she had gone to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and she's going to be home at about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I F-disked the computer. I blanked it. The day we got it, I broke it. So, my education in computers came from one glaring fact, that I had to fix that computer before she got home. And I did. It was DOS 3.0, I think. And I had to reinstall everything. I had to make sure everything worked, and I got it working. Then I decided I wanted to have a bulletin board. So I ran a bulletin board on that computer. I started with Renegade BBS. I switched to ProBoard. And then the last version of the software was Wildcat. I did run Excalibur for about a week or two, but by then the ANSI wars were over, and the internet had come along, so we knew there was trouble when AOL got in. Alright, how are we doing? Oh, duh. Would help if I connected these two. Go forth and dig and be mighty. Ooh, are you a giant cave spider just sitting right there? Normal cave spider, not giant, normal. Blast. I gotta get a couple of those caught. How can I put, you know what? Ooh. That's a 3. I could make a pit. I know. That'd be too complicated. Well, the infant has grown into a child. This is good. And I do not have my second browser open. I should really get that open here so I can see how many people are in here. I gotta set up that fancy framey stuff that's around where it's got like your Patreon or subscribers and that whole jazz. I'm learning that right now, so hopefully I'll get that all set up for you guys, because that's kind of I gotta put some effort in there. Once you hit 1,000 subscribers, it seems that I really should put just a touch more effort in as I can. So and start watching. There we go. Now I can see how many of it. Holy crap, there's 18 of you? What the hell? Wow. I'm surprised. That is a lot more than I expected. I didn't know there was 18 of you lurking there. I thought I only had the usual 6 or 8. You guys are spreading the word. Thank you. I am 18. Wow. It's kind of creepy. I gotta feel sorry for people who aren't comfortable with public speaking, though. Imagine 18 people watching you through a camera. I am visualizing them all naked. Oh wait, I don't have to because there's not a bunch of people technically in front of me. You want nerve-wracking, give a presentation in front of 18 people that are on a board of directors. Oof. I had worst presentation I ever had to do, I think, was I working for Dynian at the time? Nah, it wasn't Dynian. I think it was probably IBM Global Services. I think there's 75 people there and like high enough pay grade where I was uncomfortable. Not the fact that I was speaking in front of them, it's just like these people make more an hour than I'm going to in a year. That's nerve-wracking. Nowadays I'm just too old and curmudgeonly to care. Why don't no chairs getting decorated? Come on, really? Alright, we got tube agates. Let's get these cleared out. Let's grab thrones on that. Add EFR Alt A. Input item 2. We want throne. No, throne. Throne? No. Maybe it's item 1. Input item. No, that's a cut gem. It's got to be this one. Item. Oh, it's listed as a chair. That's why. Okay. There. We'll get some chairs in our grand dining hall, and hopefully we'll get some people actually eating in there. I am actually negative that help. That really doesn't. That does not help at all. If you build it when they come, that's from Field of Dreams. Kevin Costner and James Earl Jones. If you build it, they will come. If you listen to voices in your head, you'll do probably horrible things. The voices in my head tell me to take up needlepoint and listen to ABBA albums. I think I need help. Moving along, how's our mining project going? See, all the other people, they get the cool voices in their head. They're like, kill the band, kill your family, kill everyone, rah! My voices, they tell me to do boring things like needlepoint and crochet. You should really organize your DVDs. And get the crappy voices. Alright, we'll get some stairs dug here and see what else we can figure out. Yep, sure. Anyways, rooms. Up here we have our poultry farm, underground farming. Down here is our pit of animals. We've dug it 2 stories deep. Hopefully that we're hoping to get some mushrooms growing into mushroom trees, but so far no good. If you'll notice over here, this will be our cistern water entrance here. We're going to end up getting water to flood in down to our main level. This is our fishing level. It's just a little chill place for people to go fishing, and there'll be a well there in the middle. In fact, I think we can, nope, still need buckets. And then we come down here to our waterworks. We'll have a crypt for burying our dead dwarves here too, which I should probably get started. But our main floor is right here. And we have our grand kitchen, if you would, which is right here. We have a small barracks here, dormitory I should say, and the dormitory is there for just people to sleep in. We have a small initial dining area, and this is our jewelry, our decorating assembly line. So undecorated furniture here gets fed into, oops, more migrants. Then it gets fed into this jewelry shop, which then leaves the finished decorated stuff over here. And because this accepts only from links, and it's the furthest stockpile to the left, that's the first stockpile they're going to pull stuff out to meet any kind of furniture requirements that are pre-laid out. We then have our rock room, which is right here, where we have the only people that can move rock are haulers, and there's only 4 of them. So that prevents us from getting inundated in moving rocks and stuff. Seasonal change, we got our migrants, perfect. We have our mayor's room above there, And we have our grand dining hall that we're doing, and we're going to eventually move this dining hall over to this one. We have some actual bedrooms over here for people, and this is our leatherworks right here. So right now what we're trying to do is stage our dwarves enough so we're self-sustaining, we're stable, and we can handle goblins coming in. The problem is we're waiting for them to invade. So we have 10 full-time soldiers split between 2 squads, and then we fill out the archery squad with some leftover commoners. We have our cloth room, which is up here. There's our hospital, and this area here was just kind of our wood room and our general storage. And we're keeping everything confined to this one floor. We're not really going multiple floors for the most part. We want to use up our space pretty efficiently. Once we have our troops trained up enough, then we're going to actually try to go down and take out the circus. Or will you make a magma forge? That is what we're digging for right now as we speak. Right down here, we have this channel coming down, and we've made it to here. The problem with here is I don't know where here is, so we're going to have to do some exploratory digging to try to figure out. Yeah. So that's basically where we're at. We'll put a roof on this. We have 1 archery tower. I don't think we really need more than 1 archery tower, because if we get attacked, we're going to station the whole archery squad up in that tower. And the only way they can get into it is from underground, so it's not like they're going to path across the battlefield. We then have an intercept team where we're going to put up by the depot, which is right about here, and we're going to finish rounding out a few weapon traps right in here. In fact, I really should do another one. Build T-trap, weapon trap. And we'll do that 1 microline there. We have a few silver warhammers left over. Let's put 3 in there. Done. And then of course we've got our archery training down here, which we really should have some people training at some point. Yeah. Shooting from top to bottom, shooting top to bottom, yep. Wait, did I put those? No. Yeah, they're there. Okay. Military schedule. 4 on train, 4 on train. Yep, we're good. That should be the patrol team that's marked for training, right? Yep. Perfect. Alright, so, and I know one reason that's holding us back too. JMQ, copper bolts. Let's get another 10. Since we're not doing bone bolts this time, we're just going to go straight metal. Let's just leave it at that. And that's where we're at. But the key thing is, before we go play with clowns, we need to have some really battle-hardened dwarves. If we don't have some serious hardcore dwarves, our visit to the circus is not going to go nice. It's going to be pretty bad. So, yeah, that is something we want to avoid. So we're basically just in a holding pattern here, waiting for some dwarves to really, we're just waiting for a siege, basically. But, well, what we're probably going to have to do to get some combat experience is we're going to have to breach the caves and get our dwarves down there fighting a bit. So, I'm hoping we could get an artifact door, but I don't think that's going to be the case. So let's see if we can secure up a good chunk of the first cavern level. So, right about here. Dig. Actually, where's the floor? That's partially a floor right here. So let's go right here. Alright, now, let's assume 2 things. We'll assume that a Forgotten Beast is going to come along. 2, we're always going to assume that we cannot kill the Forgotten Beast for some reason. The reason we assume that is so we have some way to control it in the event that that does actually happen. So we're going to set up this arrangement here, this arrangement here, like so. What we're going to do is we're going to stitch bridges in here. And what we'll end up doing is, in the event that we get a Forgotten Beast we can't kill, we're going to keep a dog stationed here, lure the Forgotten Beast in, and just seal him in. As long as he can't get out, we'll be good to go. You know, you can use waterfall mist generators. I just have a giant stack of artifacts in the dining hall. That seems to work just fine, and not as messy. We've got 2 artifacts already sitting in the middle of all of the dining tables, so it's like, pff. If having Excalibur sitting next to you while you're eating isn't going to cheer you up, nothing will. Alright. We getting some chairs finally here? Materials decorated only. Yes, we have decorated chairs. Why are you not putting decorated chairs there? I don't have a material requirement. And this guy is spitting out decorated chairs left and right, so come on, people. That dog keeps escaping too. Excellent. Alright. Now, let's get another smoothing job in here. Let's just get this entry here, like so, and I can pull this out because we already have that. And this one's getting pretty sparse. Pull that one out. And then pull that one out. Alright, I'm going to convert 2 more people, I think, to haulers. Got a fair number of commoners, but I'd really like 2 more haulers. And we need to convert this person to stone crafting. You are clear all labors. Customize crafter, because you are legendary stone detailer. Wow. That's pretty cool. I can officially turn off detailing off of everybody, except for that one person. Sort by race. Nobody gets stone detailing anymore except this one person. And we're going to set your name to... We're going to call you Mikey. Mike the Mangelo. Ah, really? I can't fit that in there? Alright, fine. That's another good move. That's a good one here. Ooh, who did the one, the sculpture with the, who did the statue with the, where she's draped? Oh god, what was that artist's name? Who did that one? The big one. There it is. Yeah, which one is that statue? Ah, there it is. That was Michelangelo. Dang it. I think I can, well, let's see if I can try to cram his name in. Holy crap, it worked. Must have had an extra space in there. There we go. Alright. Perfect. Close that. And hit save real quick. And it's 6 o'clock anyway, so I gotta bolt, guys. Again, gals, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I'll see you next stream. And the hunt for the icon begins, because it's around here somewhere. There it is. Oh, ho, ho. But why aren't you opening so I can close you? Open. Ah, there we are. Good night.